Today, the law of attraction, how it really works and why. Hi guys, this is Tom Karen with Be Something Wonderful Studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, guys. This morning, I want to take on the law of attraction. I was almost hesitant because there's been so much baggage attached to this idea, this concept, ever since the movie The Secret came out, that even saying that, I'm very careful about it, because I think I've talked about this, and Neil Donald Walsh talks about it in his book. The law of attraction is really part of a much bigger system of how the universe works, how God works, how our consciousness works. But I want to take this on because a lot have heard of it, and people wonder about it. Let's talk about it this morning. How it really works and why, because I don't think a lot of people ask that question. And it's more than positive thinking. I think we can all understand that by now. It gets a lot of bad rap because it's like, oh, if I feel positive and sit on my couch, I'll attract all that I want. It's much more than that, as we've talked about in previous videos as well. It really occurred to me. My book, Be Something Wonderful When Suddenly You Want to Be More, there was a reviewer, a Christian, that wrote, well, where does God fit into all this? And this is a great question. And I felt in my book I didn't answer it directly, so I did an update to it in August 2020 and addressed that, where God fits in, because the bigger question is, where doesn't God fit in? God fits in everywhere. It's who we are. It's part of what we're connected to. And I even think The Secret avoided this, because they go, oh, they want to put, The Secret, and the people who created that go, no, we want them to understand their power to create their own reality, that it doesn't have to do with anyone else outside themselves, which is true. It's not anyone outside yourself. It's because we are part of God. So avoiding the conversation with God doesn't help it, right? We can talk about God in that context and still know that there is no power outside of ourselves. That's absolutely true. But that we are part of God. We are part of that consciousness. We are that conditioned awareness that is part of that unconditioned awareness, that divinity, that source, that first source, which is God, that love. So that's the way to, guys. There's no reason to sort of to tiptoe around this, right? And so that it's the only way we can really understand how the law of attraction works, or the bigger law of cause and effect in the universe. Like attracts like. We have a certain frequency we send out, and we attract back what we get. Normally true, right? And we talked about all the reasons why we don't. It's when we want something, we're not emitting that feeling, and thoughts and feeling are not lined up, and so we don't attract that back. But there's so much more to it. But today, guys, I just want to kind of start this conversation, and hopefully with all the other videos, it's all about creation. So it's not just the law of attraction, but creation in a broader sense. Your creation is you as part of God, and it's not blasphemous to say that, because we are part of God. God's will, our will is God's will, right? God is with us in every sense of the word. So it's more than positive thinking. Why don't things seem to work for us in life, or it's the resistance that we put up. And the resistance can come to all down to doubt or fear, right? If you doubt it works, if you go, well, I'm going to see if this law of attraction works, you're not going to attract what you want. It's always working. So it's not a question of, I want to see it work. It's, I want to see if I can get it to attract the positive things that I want in life. But if you come from that place of doubt, if you come from that place of resistance, then you're not going to attract, you're going to continue to attract the things you don't want, right? And you're going to think it doesn't work. It's working. It's, in fact, the beautiful thing is when you don't attract the things you want and you're in that state, Law of attraction, or the energy of attraction, or the overall cause and effect, the law, is showing you that it absolutely works, and it's working. It's always on. We talked about this. So it's more, the reason why we think it doesn't work is because who we are is our point of attraction. Who we are, what we're believing, what we're expecting, how we see life, our relationship to the world is how we attract, how we see the world. We talked about the dual mirror, right, which is also part of this conversation. Believing is seeing, but you got to go beyond belief and just know that at every moment you're creating. You're the image of God, right? We were made in the image of God. We were given that choice to create, that power to create. So attraction creation is always on. That's why. That's why you're always creating. Whether it's something you want or don't, consciously or unconsciously, you're always creating. Why? Because you can't separate yourself from who you are, which is part of God, right? So it's only, and then again, it's the frequency, it's the focus, it's the emotional feelings, it's all of that. That combines who you are. That signature is what you're sending out. It responds to how you're feeling, who you're being. That's why. So if you're always doubting it, if you're always frustrated with attracting things you want in your life, that's why you don't get there. It's who you are, right? If you have a thought, I want more of this, I want more of that, I want more money, I want more love, I want more health, whatever it is, and you're feeling, I don't have money, I don't have love, and I don't have health, that's what you're going to get. Who you are, if you're feeling lackful. So this is why, guys, if you can sit on your sofa or chair, this is what they say about the law of attraction, and say, I want more money, I want more health, I want more love. But if you're feeling like you don't have abundance, that you're not loving, that you're not healthy and feeling good, then you're in that attitude. You don't get out of it. We've talked about this before in many different ways. This is why, right? This is why. The world... I think last night I touched on this idea that Neil Donald Walsh has in one of his books is, you're the God, or I think it was in one of his conversations with God, but you're the only one in the room, right? Why are we the only one in the room? Because we're all connected. It's all us. God is all us, and we're all connected. So as soon as you get it to understand that it's you, but your connection with everything. This is the power, right? And reality, what is real is what we decide is real. I know that's hard for the guys to kind of get, but that nothing, it's our attention to it. It's our perception of it. It's our relationship to it. It's the meaning we give to the events and circumstances in our life that defines our life, right? Once you get that, then you're really controlling, choosing what you want in life, and so the law of attraction will work for you, right? But again, it's deciding, it's knowing that reality, that nothing is real. Nothing's real unless, and we talked about the wave of possibilities that you collapse that wave in quantum physics, but it's true here that nothing's real in reality, and it's only determined by what the meaning we give it, our relationship to it. Yeah, and you are who you say you are. You are what you experience is what you choose to experience. This is real power, and so there's been a lot of controversy with the law of attraction. Christians would say that, well, we're saying that God has no role, and that you have all the power. Well, God. Of course God has a role, because we're the only one in the room. We are God, and God is us. We're part of that energy. So it's working with God, not without God. It's always been about that. It's okay to say it, guys. It's that consciousness, it's that divinity, it's that awareness that we're all attached to. Whatever religious beliefs you have, it all works, and it's all the same thing. What's a way to set a general... Just so we're not, because I think there's been so much resistance and trying, right? This trying put on the law of attraction. You can't try the law of attraction. You can't make the law of attraction work. It's always working. It's always on. The attraction of who we are is always on. We're always admitting who we are in everything we say and everything we do. So you're always defining that concept to yourself by the way you're thinking, feeling, and acting. And you always can redefine that at each moment. This is the beautiful thing. Here's the deal, guys, and say, well, bad things happen. Well, again, it's your relationship to it and how the meaning you give to it. So once we release this idea of judging everything, judging others, judging ourselves, judging circumstances, events in our life, and free that up instead of knowing that everything that happens is part of a creation and co-creation with others, and start receiving those events in gratitude, this changes everything. This gets you in the direction of leading that life you want. So don't put so much weight on this idea of the law of attraction. It's always working. Everything we talk about is the law of attraction is part of that because we're always talking about creation. Yeah? We'll talk more about this, guys. This is what I wanted to get out this morning. It's always on, you know, it's the resistance, right? And the way they talk about that is allowing, right? Know that you're part of God, you're part of this love, and allow it to flow within you and into your life. Don't put up resistance. That's the only reason we don't get the things that we want. We doubt, we fear, and we load our path with resistance and obstacles so we can overcome them, right? So we can struggle against them and feel good after we want. You don't have to, right? And replace judgment with gratitude. I'm telling you that there's so much power in that. We've talked about this a little bit before. But this is the how and why of law of attraction, if you're wondering. But everything we're talking about, it's the ultimate universal power, that God within us, that power to create. Yeah? Well, we're going to touch on this more, guys. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best and highest version of yourself. Don't forget to hit the like button. And comment on the video. That's how we get our message out. Subscribe. There's a little caricature of me. Hit the subscribe button or hit it any time throughout the video. There's a Be Something Wonderful in the right-hand corner. Guys, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Yeah. This is Tom Kieran with Be Something Wonderful. See you soon. Until next time.